Yu-Gi-Oh 101 card review. Here to review a card that was released in Clash of Rebellions. This is Judgment Scales. It's a normal trap card. Description: if your opponent controls more cards than the total number of cards in your hand and your side of the field, draw cards equal to your current card deficit. You can only activate one Judgment Scales per turn. So basically, this is just a card that, when going up against builds that does a lot of obsessive drawing, it's basically just to tip the scales in your favor, as you can tell from the scales that, who I'm assuming that's supposed to be God in the card artwork, or at least a pun on Moses, whomever that is. They're holding up the scale, the Millennium Scale, which is one of the Millennium items, I believe that is. Anybody who's watched the very first series, the very first Yu-Gi-Oh series would know what I'm talking about when I say the Millennium items. But it's to tip the scales in your favor. That's basically what it is. And it's just that, when you're going up against like Slifer builds, more times than none, if they're playing the build, effectively, they're going to have a lot of draw power in order to power up Slifer, since the amount of cards you have in your hand determines the attack and I think the defense of Slifer. When you're going up against massive draw builds, and you may have cards that can stop what they're doing, this will be a good card to have, because you'll be able to draw a similar amount of cards between the differences. So if your opponent has, say, like 10 cards in their hand, or whatever the case is, and they have the card, I can't remember the name of the spell card. I don't know if it was Infinite Hand or Unlimited Hand, or whatever that spell card was, which allows them to draw and keep as many cards as they have. Because normally, when you have like 7 or more cards, you would have to discard until you have 6. So, and that's during the end phase, by the way. But if they have that card activating, let's say for example they have like 10 cards in their hand and you have like 2, then your card deficit would be 8. So between the 2 cards, then you would be able to you'll be able to draw 8 cards to match what they have. For the people that don't understand, on what a deficit is. So that's basically it. So it's just draw power when you're going up against massive draw builds. It's some good tech support. So I would side a couple of these just in the event that you feel like you're going to need it. So yeah, a link to this card is going to be in the description. You guys can check it out, and I'll see you for the next card review. Peace.